Okay, here we go. I'll start from the back. Show you everything that's going on over here. It's my chain drive sproter, they call it. Got the I was telling you, like right here on the axle, I put axle plates, frame plates to protect the frame from, relocate, moving the axle. I have them on actually both sides of the frame. Let's get that a little focused for you there. Then on the hardware, try to get the best grade chrome hardware that I could find. Put like some Teflon washers, and that's one of the fender bolts there. Tried to use stainless where possible, like that axle chain tensioner right there. That's stainless. This is the as you can see, the chain has some rust on it. I would just wash the bike. Haven't really rode it, but that rust will go away. This is the gold leaf all around. You can see it's kind of nice. It's all hand laid 23 karat gold leaf all around the fenders and the oil tank. It's one of the seat posts right there. Those are the springs. There's my Corbin seat I was telling you about. I got a fly over there. That's a full leather seat, nice and comfortable. Go down to the oil tank over here. This is where I put that wheel in right there. Protects the oil tank from the chain slapping up and underneath. That's underneath is where the chain was slapping up. So since that wheel's been on, it's been perfect. This is the where that reservoir that I put in for the transmission vent. As you can see it right underneath there. It's a clear little plastic container that I made, and you just unscrew it and dump the oil out. It doesn't really fill up. You can see there's about a drop or two in there, but not much. I do have one little issue underneath this bottom rail of chain slap. It's one little piece right there, but you can't see it. You can only see it when you're underneath. You can see from the fender, my rear fender mount right there. I also have some Teflon washers on there. I don't want the bolts digging into the frame. This little mount over here I made special. I have a chain tensioner. I took it off, but I have a chain tensioner that rolls on a like a black roller skate wheel that puts pressure on the chain. I thought that might help, but it didn't really do any difference. But I have it. You could just put it on. It's got a coil spring that wraps on. It's all black. It's pretty non-noticeable. We'll go back up now towards the motor. My motor, this is all new chrome on here. It's a 2003. You can see there's really not that many wires right there. It's power going from the starter to the battery. Got an inline fuse. My rear brake, chrome rear brake reservoir, and the brake switch is right there. And that's all black, shrink wrapped, hidden as much as possible. This is my foot peg. I don't know if this is the one with the scrape. No, that's not the one with the scrape. It's the other side. These are the pipes. So there's about two 8-inch bafflers in there. Quiet it down a little bit and we'll start the bike up in just a moment. That's the carburetor side. So the only thing that you could really see underneath is the gas line and the throttle cable. Here's my tank. So this is all done in leaf. And as you can see, as we get closer to the lettering, that's all has a nice patina to it when you look at it up close. Kind of looks very vintage and classic. Has a nice maroon pinstripe, all done by hand and done in black, and it's got a bunch of clear coat over it, so it's got a nice finish to it. We're going to go up to the frame. These are the down tubes I was talking about. I have the 3M protective coating on here that I made. As you could see, this little seam right over here is kind of where it starts, and it runs down the whole length of the down tubes. And I ran it underneath the frame as much as possible, and it's got a little protectant, so as much protection as possible. So we go like I was telling you before, like all the seams where the welds are, it's all smooth, been smoothed out, and there's all been body work all around. That's the headlight wire going through. I shrunk wrapped out as well. It's got an internal fork stop, so it doesn't have a fork stop that stops on the frame, which is kind of nice. So you don't have that fork stop. These are my bars. As you could see, they're pretty much linear to the gas tank, which is kind of nice. So when you sit on the bike, it is nice and comfortable. Everything comes to you. This is my front end. This is Redneck Chopper's Springer front end. I had the outside leg chromed, and the rest of the fork is painted as well. Those are my wheels. Those are DNA 40-spoke stainless steel wheels. Nice wheel. Avon tires. 2 1/4 inch wide. Come around, you can see the brake side. On the brake side is there's really no names or anything on there. It's no free advertising here. We'll go up on this side. I'll show you my VIN number over here. It also has a VIN stamped into the frame, which was the Arlen Ness VIN number. And this is my manufacturer's, my paperwork. That's upside down, of course, but it's SM96, the model. And if we go on the other side, you'll see the manufacturer, which really I think is the key to building a bike. You can see Vulcan Works is the manufacturer, and that was the in-service, January 2009 was the in-service date. So go back on the other side over here. Let's get in focus. I have a for the clutch cable, it's a little guide. I got some of that coating underneath there, so it's not digging into the paint. You go down, all my hardware, I got chrome caps, glued those on wherever I can, and there's the little 2003 Sportster model edition, 2003 anniversary edition insignia, which is special to this year, but the motor is basically just a regular Sportster motor. It's the coil. Ignition is just one key. It's kind of, I think it's a key for a boat. There's the lettering on this side, and you see like it's all hand laid. Kind of has a really nice look to it. Go back up to the handlebars. I have a very small rear view mirror. Wanted to keep it as clean as possible. The mirror will show you headlights in it and let you know if a car's behind you, but really can't see much more from that. There's my gas cap right there, and you can see around the gas cap everything's nice and clean. Doesn't leak anymore. There's the controls, nice and clean. Go down over here. Get back on this side of the motor. As you can see, the wires, the ignition, they roll up into the frame. My battery box. Put the regulator underneath the battery box, which you can see it right over there. Voltage regulator. Then we come up on this side. It's the back of the tail light. You can see everything shrink wrapped, nice and clean and neat. If you look at it on this side, you see the wheel. It's nice and open. It's all wheel. That's what I wanted, that nice clean look. If you look at it from the back, kind of see how she sits, the bike. It's got a nice stance. when it's sitting there, and you can see it's really, really long. When you ride it, you feel like you're going back in time. You can see it on this side. I like the derby side better. I'll start it up for you. This is a cold motor. I'll give it a little bit of choke. Got that thing idling, hopefully. A little pinch of choke. Here the motor's not too loud. Tail lights lit up. The exhaust side. Give it a little bit of gas so you can hear. Kind of has a nice rumble to it. Take it around the front. I like the motor on this side. Shut it down. Any questions? Let me know.